Minnesota, New Jersey, Kodiak. A freelance artist and animator from Salinas, California, JWB. And a mail carrier from Anchorage, Alaska, Zephyr Griffin. And here is your host, AJ. Hey everybody, welcome to Biggest Little Jeopardy. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is a true honor and a pleasure to welcome these three contestants up on stage. We have a fine game for you. Let's get into Jeopardy. Here are our categories. First up, we have Spooky Season. TV tunes, stupid tabletop terms, crossword clues are in quotation marks, game show phrases, and we're rounding out the category with Who's That Pokemon? All right, we have randomly determined that Zephyr Griffin, you get to select first. Everybody, hands on your buzzers and go ahead and select for us. Microphone in hand, nice and close to your face.
I'll take Who's That Pokemon for 200.
Though its looks may suggest otherwise, this fire-flying Pokemon is not a dragon type. And that is Zephyr? Zephyr.
What is Charizard?
That is correct. You get to pick again.
Who's That Pokemon for 400?
For 400, don't fall asleep during this pink Pokemon's singing, or it might draw on your face for the insult. Zephyr.
What is Jigglypuff?
That is correct.
Who's That Pokemon for 600?
Oh, the Pokemon question.
Yes. All right, this canine-shaped fighting steel Pokemon is known for its aura abilities. That is, Kodiak. What is Lucario? That is correct. All right, Kodiak, you get to choose.
I'll select TV tunes for 400.
TV tunes for 400. Rainbow Dash is a daredevil Pegasus in this magical animated series. That is Kodiak.
What is My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic?
That is correct. All right, take two. Who's That Pokemon for 800? For 800. This fox-like evolution is known for its psychic ability. Kodiak.
What is Espeon?
That's correct.
Let's finish it out. Pokemon 1000.
Pokemon 1000. This frog-like Pokemon's long scarf-like tongue can sense hidden enemies through changes in air movement. That's Kodiak.
What is Greninja?
That is correct.
Let's go game show phrases 1000.
All right, game show phrases 1000. Help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. That is Zephyr.
What is The Price is Right?
That is correct.
TV tunes for 200.
For 200. Bandit and Chili Healer are the parents to Bingo and her sister in this popular show from Australia. Kodiak. Or sorry, no, Zephyr. Sorry.
What is Bluey?
That's correct.
TV tunes for 600.
TV Tunes for 600. Stu Pickles is a toy inventor who often recruits his son, Tommy, to test his toys in this Nickelodeon show. Zephyr.
What is Rugrats?
That's correct.
TV Tunes 800.
All right. This whirlwind Looney Tune typically speaks in grunts, growls, and primitive English grammar. Kodiak.
Who's the Tasmanian devil?
That's right.
TV Tunes 1000.
For 1,000, T-Bone and Razor face various villains in their futuristic fighter jet in this 90s show. No one? Anyone in the audience?
SWAT cats.
That is right. SWAT cats is the correct answer. Kodiak, you get to select again.
Let's go game show phrases for 6.
Big bucks, no whammies, stop. Kodiak.
What is press your luck?
That's right.
Game show 4.
I'd like to buy a vowel. Was it? There we go. Zephyr.
What is Wheel of Fortune?
That is right. All right, you get to select.
Game Show 200.
200. Survey says... Kodiak.
What is Family Feud?
That's right.
Let's try crossword clues R for 600.
For 600. And that is our daily double.
Yeah.
All right. How much would you like to wager?
Let's go with 1400.
For 1,400. Reddish brown or a potato, 6 letters. What you think? Anything?
Nothing.
Oh, that would be anybody in the audience?
Russet.
Russet, that is correct. R-U-S-S-E-T, 6 letters. All right, well, you're down 1,400, but you get to select again.
I'm a glutton for punishment. Crossword clues are for 8.
For 800. Large tube-shaped pasta, 8 letters. Kodiak.
What is rigatoni?
That's right. Well done. Up to 3,800. Where next?
Crossword clues 1000.
Carelessly constructed or in disrepair, 10 letters. Kodiak.
What is ramshackle?
That's right. Well done. Brings you up to 4,800.
Crossword for 4.
Crossword for 4. Biggest Little City, 4 letters. All right, and that is JWB.
Reno.
That's correct.
Form of the question.
Oh, yeah, that they caught it. So in this round, I will inform you to please form it in the form of a question. I will take it this time. All right, JWB, that is points for you. Where do you want to go?
I'll do spooky season for 200.
Spooky season for 200. This tri-colored candy resembles the kernels of its namesake, and if you stack the pieces in a circle, they form a cob.
What is candy corn?
That's right. All right, JWB, where to next?
Let's continue spooky season for 400.
All right, for 400. This Starbucks favorite is a mix of traditional fall flavors, steamed milk, and espresso. Kodiak.
What's a pumpkin spice latte?
That's right. All right.
Let's finish off crossword clues.
Crossword puzzles, crossword for 200. The species of your rodent host, 3 letters. Kodiak.
What is a rat?
Thank you. Yes, that is right.
Spooky season, 600.
All right. Some could argue that spooky season starts on September 22nd or 23rd, coinciding with this planetary event. Kodiak.
What's the fall equinox?
That's right.
Spooky season 8.
The name for this candlelit decoration comes from another term for the atmospheric ghost light phenomenon, ignis fatuus. JWB.
What is a jack-o'-lantern?
That's right. All right. Next. Where do you want to go, JWB?
Let's finish out the category for 1,000.
All right. The October full moon is traditionally called this moon, though every 3 years it's also called the harvest moon. No one? Oh, JWB?
What is the blood moon?
Nope. Anyone else? All right, I'll call it there. Anybody in the audience? No? So we're looking for the hunter's moon. What is the hunter's moon? All right, JWB, you still have control.
All right, let's do stupid tabletop terms for 200.
All right. When your 20-sided die naturally stops on its highest number, you can exclaim, "You've rolled this." Kodiak.
What's a natural 20?
That's right.
Let's just run down the category, 400.
This is the term for a character who is not controlled by a player. Zephyr.
What is a NPC?
That's right.
Let's go with 600.
All right. This is a jail-like container where you can place dice that have made too many bad rolls. No? Anybody? Dice jail. And that's why it's stupid tabletop terms. All right, Zephyr, where to?
800.
Okay. You would have one of these situations if an entire adventuring party is totally wiped out in battle. Kodiak.
What is a TPK?
Yes, we'll go ahead and take that. Also known as a total party wipe. And here is the last category in this round, or clue in this round. This special action can be used by players to react when another specific action occurs. Zephyr.
What is a reaction?
That's right. And that brings you to 4,200. Kodiak, you're in the lead with 7,000. And JWB, you're bringing up third place, but not too far behind. And we'll be going into Double Jeopardy here in just a moment. Furry history. All right, the biggest, little in quotation marks, and rounding out with furcon bodies of water. And the second category, which you might have gotten skipped over, is advertising animals. All right, in our last round, I believe it, who gave me reaction? I'm sorry, that would be you. Okay, and no, it's the person with the lowest score going into the second round that gets to start. That would be JWB. You get to select first.
I'll do furry history for 400.
Okay, furry history for 400. Anthrocon was founded in 1997, not in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but this New York state capital. Kodiak.
What is Albany?
That's right.
Let's go advertising animals, 400.
400. This striped cat has been selling sweetened cornflakes since 1952. He thinks they're great. Zephyr.
Who is Tony the Tiger?
That's right.
Advertising animals for 800.
Martin, the longtime spokes lizard of this insurance company, debuted in 1999. Kodiak.
What is Geico?
That's right. Maurice LaMarche held the voice acting role for this colorful cereal bird from 1986 to 2021.
Who is Toucan Sam?
Yes, that is right, for 1,600.
Advertising too?
Advertising for 2,000. In 2010, this fizzy citrus drink brand showed a buff Puma guy using the drink like aftershave while his human male partner admired. JWB.
What is Orangina?
That is correct. One of those. Orangino had some very, very interesting decisions in its marketing campaign, and that was one of my favorites. JWB, where would you like to go?
Let's continue for history for 800.
All right. On December 6th, 2018, he was honored at the 2018 Game Award ceremony with the title of Best Esports Player. Kodiak.
Who is Sonic Fox?
That's right. Crossing over the 10,000 threshold.
Let's go curses for 4.
All right, curses for 400. The alleged curse of the Bambino was said to have begun when the Boston Red Sox traded this player to the New York Yankees. Kodiak.
Who's Babe Ruth?
That's right.
Curses for 8.
Be careful about wishing upon the primate's appendage from this classic horror story from 1902 by W.W. Jacobs. Zephyr.
What is monkey's paw?
That's right. Where to?
Biggest for 800.
This U.S. state is the biggest by area and bigger than the next 3 largest states combined. JWB.
What is Alaska?
Very good. I was hoping you'd get that one. All right, JWB.
Let's do the biggest for 400.
By Jove, it's the biggest planet in our solar system. Zephyr.
What is Jupiter?
That's right.
Biggest for 1,200.
Located in Everett, Washington, the world's biggest factory is owned by this aerospace giant and is used to build its 787 Dreamliner. Kodiak.
What is Boeing?
That's right.
Biggest for 16.
Weighing about 3 pounds, it's the biggest gland in the human body and breaks down alcohol. Kodiak.
What is the liver?
Yes. And some of us our livers are working overtime this week. Where to, Kodiak?
Biggest, 2,000.
This UK artist gave 3.5 million fans a reason to believe, setting the world record for biggest free concert attendance on New Year's Eve 1994. I knew this was going to be a hard one. All right, anybody want to guess? Ooh, we really got a stumper. Rod Stewart.
Oh!
Rod Stewart. All right. Kodiak, you still have to control.
Let's go little for 400.
News reports about a 1955 alien encounter led to the popular use of this colorful phrase for extraterrestrials. Kodiak.
What are little green men?
That's right.
Little, 800.
Pause Up, referencing the title of her second album, Lady Gaga bestowed this nickname upon her rabid fans. There it goes. Zephyr.
What are little monsters?
That's right. Thank you for your patience. Zephyr, where would you like to go?
Little for 1200.
In 1977, Bing Crosby and rocker David Bowie sang a medley of Peace on Earth and This Other Christmas Carol. Kodiak.
What is little drummer boy?
Yes.
Little 16.
A 1974 decision by this sports organization allowed girls to play with boys. 22 girls have played in its World Series. JWB.
What is the Little League?
Yes, that is right. That's Little League Baseball, to be more specific. JWB, where to next?
Finish off the category Little for 2000.
This petite nickname for Napoleon, featuring a military rank, was not about his height, but an affectionate term from his soldiers. Kodiak.
What is the little general?
No. Anyone else? JWB or Zephyr? You were on the right track. What is the little corporal? All right. Choose again. That was JWB.
Let's do curses for 1200.
In this fairy tale, a cruel prince is cursed by an enchantress. To break it, he must find love. Kodiak.
What's the Princess and the Frog?
No. Anyone else? All right, audience. Beauty and the Beast, yep. All right. Have no fear, JWB, you can pick again.
Let's do curses for 1600.
Apollo exchanged these parts of Midas into those of a donkey's after the king snubbed the Greek god in a music contest. Getting tougher. All right, anyone? Ears, yep. I found it very fascinating that Midas got 2 curses in his lifetime. What an unlucky guy. All right, JWB, you still have control.
Let's finish off the category for 2000.
Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Kurt Cobain are in the cursed club for all dying at this age. JWB.
What is the 27 Club?
That's right. All right. JWB, where to next?
Let's do furry history for 1200.
All right, launched in 2003 by Linden Lab, this platform was a hub for 3D furry content like custom avatars, hangouts, and RP. Zephyr.
What is Second Life?
That's right. For everyone who is as ancient as I am.
Furry history for 1600.
And that is one of our daily doubles. All right, so Zephyr, you currently have 7,800. You trail Kodiak, who has 12,200. How much would you like to wager on this?
2000.
Okay, for 2,000. All right. First held January 21st and 22nd, 1989, this Southern California event is recognized as the first exclusively furry convention. Any thoughts? We'll need an answer.
Calference?
What was that? Say again?
What is calference?
No. Anyone in the audience know? Conference, yes. That drops you to 5,800, but you have control of the board.
Bodies of water for 400.
All right. Pittsburgh sits at the confluence of two rivers, the Allegheny and the Monongahela, which form this neighborly river. No? Does anybody know? Ohio, the Ohio River. All right. Zephyr, where to next?
Bodies of water for 800.
Fervana offers congoers the opportunity to dip their toe beans into this vast body of salt water. We're not geography majors in here, unfortunately. Anybody? No? The Pacific Ocean. Fervana is on the coast of the Pacific Ocean. Zephyr?
Bodies of water for 1,200.
All right, try again. Hey, all right. Zephyr, you're currently standing at 5,800. How much would you like to wager?
I don't know my bodies of water. I'm just going to stick with 1,000.
1,000, okay. Drive 2 hours south from Megaplex and you'll find this lake, the largest freshwater lake in Florida.
What is a mega lake?
I would accept that, but no, unfortunately. Anyone? Yeah, that's right, Lake Okeechobee. All right. $4,800, and where to next?
Bodies of water 1,600.
We'll try it again. The nearby Truckee River flows from this body of water, known for its winter sports and as a resort destination. JWB.
What is Lake Tahoe?
Yes. I knew we would get at least one. All right, where to?
Let's do Faircon Bodies of Water for 2,000.
All right. Nordic FuzzCon in Sweden overlooks the Öresund, the strait connecting the North Atlantic to this sea. Kodiak.
What's the Arctic Sea?
No. JWB?
What is the Black Sea?
No. Zephyr, do you want to try? Anyone else out there? The Baltic Sea, yes, exactly. All right, JWB, here's our last clue for the round. In July 2005, Green Reaper founded this website. By 2006, there were articles in multiple languages. Kodiak.
What is Wikifur?
That is correct, and that brings you to 12,200, and we will be going into Final Jeopardy with this category. Sports mascots. All right, we're gonna give our contestants an opportunity to write down a wager for this category. We'll give them a little bit of help with their scores here. And while they are getting that locked in, I would like to once again thank BLFC so much for letting little old me host this show on stage. Big shout outs to Snowball on audio. We've got Goofy was the lighting designer for this stage. We've got Ren Colley running the lights for this. Monakai is running the video wall for this lovely show. We've got a whole bunch of video people. Elbrar is doing the technical direction. I would like to thank some of our writers for this show. We had Cirrus Skydragon, we had Smiles, we had Izzy, we had Alarain, we had Rhys, we had Hyena contributing some questions here. I'm unfortunately going to blank on anybody else's name from the team because my brain is going a million miles an hour here. And special thanks to Nico Bunny, Levi, and Tycho, all big people here in the convention who I wouldn't dare to not mention in this show. If there's anybody who I forgot, I feel like I'm accepting a award here. If there's anyone I forgot, please accept my apologies because you guys were all instrumental in helping us put this show on. And thank you, everyone out there, for coming to this show and being so supportive of us. Rhys and Kijani are helping run the laptop, and we are just about ready to get Final Jeopardy underway. Let me check on a couple of things, and we will get to that in just a moment. Our wagers are locked in. Coming into Final Jeopardy, we have Zephyr at 4,800 and JWB at 7,200, and Kodiak is in the lead with 12,200. The category is sports mascots, and here is your clue. The mascots of this city's hockey, baseball, and men's and women's soccer teams are all bald eagles. Contestants, you have 30 seconds. Good luck. We had a very wonderful game coming into Final Jeopardy. We're going to start with Zephyr, who is at $4,800. I hope you were thinking about what city is known for its bald eagle culture or history or significance. What did you have as your response? Go ahead and flip it so we can see. Who is John Cena? I really wish I could give you the points, but no, it's not John Cena. How much is that going to cost you? That is going to cost you $1,179. All right, we'll adjust your score. That brings you to $3,621. Very well done. All right, JWB, coming into Final Jeopardy, you had 7,200. What did you come up with your response? What is Washington, D.C.? That is the correct response. When this was pitched to me, I was like, Eagles, Eagles. The only thing that I can think of is the Eagles, the football team, but no, that's not what we were looking for. You got the correct response. How much did you wager? What will you add to your total? $6,000. All right, that'll bring you to $13,200, and we go to Kodiak, who had 12,200. Yeah, I had nothing. You thought of Pittsburgh. That is gonna cost you, unfortunately.
Shout out to AC.
Shout out to AC, wonderful. And how much did that cost you? $2,201, which means that JWB, you, with $13,200, are our winner today on Jeopardy. You are going to win a super sponsor here at BLFC. Second place with Kodiak, you're going to get a sponsorship And Zephyr, for being a contestant, you will win an attending for BLFC next year. Thank you guys so much for playing. And thank you to all of you out there for coming to Jeopardy! I have been AJ Rat. Good night.